When the problems of the modern era have you down, return to a simpler time and live the way your ancestors did, squatting in a dirty hut eating filthy lizard meat. Valheim. Enter the hallowed hills of Valheim, yet another flavor of the month PC survival game that's in early access because it's apparently illegal to finish one of these things before you release it. To survive a world that's basically Minecraft with a Norse texture pack, but hexagons instead of cubes. By tediously scraping together resources while you constantly manage hunger and heat, and drag yourself around the massive map with the stamina of a tired 4-year-old, until you finally climb the tech tree and get a nice set of gear, so you can lose it all 500 miles away when you try to fight the second boss, in a gameplay loop that's dangerously close to just having a bad job. Phew, glad I'm done with work for the day. Time to click on a rock for the next 6 hours. Yay! Take your fledgling steps into the 3D terraria that is Valheim, where you'll be filled with a sense of discovery as you roam around picking up rocks and sticks, and reading cryptic runestones that turn out to be the ancient Norse versions of Live, Laugh, Love pillows. Then realize there's only a handful of things you can actually build right out of the box, as you erect a shabby hut with the one thing you can actually do: cutting down like one type of tree that will probably end up crushing you and killing you instantly. Or put a roof over everything to meet the ridiculous requirements, because apparently a table is completely non-functional without a roof over it. Until you realize that you have to ritually sacrifice some deer to summon a larger electric deer and stab the life out of it to progress anywhere. Then do it over and over again with bigger and badder bosses to slowly unlock the ability to more methodically desecrate this mythical fantasy landscape full of wonder. So you can do Animal Crossing with forest sprite corpses, in a survival game that's less about living in harmony with nature and more about beating the crap out of it. After you murder the deer god, discover the true Valheim, which will have you ranging far from your homestead into dangerous forests, swamps, and nice fields to strip mine them for their precious resources, loot the treasure from their skeleton-filled crypts, get very scared by trolls until you realize you can shoot them a lot with arrows, spend multiple in-game days crossing the ocean on gaming's slowest raft, then die there of a status effect you didn't know existed, and have to build another boat before you can even think about retrieving your stuff, in brutal corpse runs that haven't been this punishing since EverQuest. And people think Dark Souls is mean. At least that game doesn't send you back to the Stone Age when you die. Uncover the true foe that lurks at the heart of Valheim, the game design, where leveling your character is as simple as running or jumping, except the trade-off is that you can only run 5 feet before getting winded for the game's first 8 hours, for you to jump in a doorway for an hour in the modern version of taping the X button on your Xbox controller. Then take on the dreaded inventory system, with limited space that forces you to fill your tiny hut with chests just to store all your dumb crap, and a weight limit that stops you from having too much fun while you're adventuring, because you'll constantly have to run back to home base to unload like a nervous pooper, unless you literally drag a cart around with you everywhere. But once you do unlock all the later items and fancy portals, let your inner Bob the Builder run wild and fabricate elaborate structures where the only limit is your imagination and this very buggy build system to create a commune for the Viking adventures of your dreams, assuming you actually have the friends to play with you. Otherwise, prepare for a self-imposed purgatory that you knew you were in for when you saw the survival tag on Steam. So grab those crudely made axes and check on those bees as you chip away at another game about building an elaborately designed fake house, because it's more fun than cleaning your actual crappy apartment that has the potential for being a decent title if it's even remotely remembered by the time it's actually out, or until a bunch of popular streamers decide to make a server and grief each other on it a decade after its release.
Or maybe you should use it properly.
Don't we love the state of the video game industry, folks? Starring this arc, but Vikings this time. Fun fact, even with all the trolls and goblins, this game is a more accurate depiction of Viking diplomacy than Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Tell us what you'd like to hear in my epic voice in the comments below. Parry this, you filthy casual. Hi Nintendo, where is my Metroid? Hey guys, it's me, Video Game Donkey. I won't say this. Dr. Doom does as he pleases. Toot.